Good morning, everyone. It is a beautiful day out there. My name is Nico. I am a community manager and designer at a company called uMake, which makes a 3D sketching and modeling app. And today I am coming to you from inside a virtual studio in a really awesome piece of software called MeshRoom VR. And so I want to show you what MeshRoom VR can do, how you can use it in a design studio, and some of the awesome features of it. And so I'm going to start off by saying that what MeshRoom VR is it is a design validation application. So you can see here that I have a full-size vehicle in front of me. And I actually modeled this vehicle in uMake. So this whole car was made on an iPad while I was on the go. And now I've brought it into MeshRoom and I can take a look at it and I can validate certain surfaces, see if there's some surface defects, see if there's anything I need to change. And then from there, I can go back into my preferred CAD application, make the changes, bring it back into MeshRoom, look at it again. Essentially, what this lets you do is it lets you take a look at your 3D models in full scale in a virtual space, walk around them, and do some validation. Get to kind of see them up close and you know do what you would with a real physical prototype, but without the cost and the time that's needed to do a full-on prototype. So here we go. Uh, you can get down, you can check out some of the details. You can see that I have a surface defect here and you can validate some of the materials. It's a really awesome way to just kind of get up and close and personal with the models in a whole new way. You're in a virtual space. You're not on a 2D screen. In addition to this, you can see that MeshRoom has some really awesome materials. So you can see I have this really beautiful carbon fiber material that I've applied to this model. But if I want to actually change that, I can do that with relative ease. So I'm actually going to kind of come around here and go over here. And from here, I'm actually going to change the material on the car. I'm just going to tap the top button on my controller, come over here, tap this, and now I have a material table. The material table or material editor within MeshRoom is really powerful. It's really cool. So you have the editor here, and then my favorite part, you have a little scale model of the car right here. I can spin this. I can lift this up and look at it at different angles, and I can see what materials are currently being used on the vehicle. And then to my right, I have a whole library of pre-made materials which I can then take and edit them and apply them to the vehicle. So let's do that right now. I want to change the carbon fiber. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a color from here. I want to do kind of a metallic paint, so I'm going to grab this purple metallic paint color. And if I just hover over the ball that the carbon is on, you can see that I can get a preview of what it's going to look like. I can pull that off, it'll go back to the carbon. But if I put it down here, I can drop it there. And now the car is this kind of purplish pink metallic color. It looks good, but I want to go with something a little bit more sporty. So I'm going to grab this, come over to Material Editor, and I'm just going to drop it right there. And you can see when I dropped it there, I have these new settings that have just appeared, and the actual color has auto-located itself here. If I grab this little puck and drag it around, you can see that the material color changes in real time. I want to do kind of a cherry red, so I'm going to go here. I think that looks pretty good right there. And I can change the brightness. So if we want to go really bright, we can go super bright like that. I'm going to go back just a little brighter like that. I think that looks good. And once I'm ready to use that, I can just reach in and grab it and then just place it on a material ball. That looks really good. I'm really happy with the overall result there, but I want to change the wheels. They look, the kind of matte aluminum looked good with the carbon, but I want to go with something a little bit more shiny here. So I'm going to grab this and bring it over here, drop it on the wheels, and there we go. We have something a little bit more sporty, a little bit more refined. And once I'm done with that, I can exit out of this material editor, and there we have it in full scale. Looks really good. But because I changed the color, I might see some more defects. I might see some more reflection areas that need to be worked on, etc. And that's what's really cool with having the material editor within MeshRoom is you can change the materials, look at a vehicle from or your model with different colors applied to it, and get a better sense of what needs to still be worked on. In addition to the material editor, MeshRoom has a very cool feature that allows you to look at your vehicle from vantage points that you may not be used to. So right here, you can see that I have this little control that appears in front of me. And if I grab this handle, I have an elevator. So I can elevate up above the model, and I can look at it from above. So I can look at the roof, I can look at details uh, from angles that normally we wouldn't see. What's really cool about this is that even with a full-size scale model, it's pretty challenging to look at your concepts from this angle. So this is probably one of my favorite features in MeshRoom is this kind of elevator that you have. You can save the height. So if I want to save this 1.6 meter height, I can just hit save here, and then I can go up to 1.6 meters anytime I want. If I want to go back down to the ground, I'll just tap this button, and now I'm back to ground level, and I can walk around and see the vehicle up close again. Now, if I want to get really close into this wheel, for example, I can just move my body, and I am in virtual space taking a look at this vehicle pretty much in full scale. So that's about it for MeshRoom. There is a new 15-day free trial that you can get. So you can go to meshroomvr.com and check out some more details. I'm going to continue making some more videos around MeshRoom, but I highly recommend it if you are interested in getting into VR and if you want to do some design validation. Um, go go take a look at it. That's it for now. Hope you guys have a great morning. And yeah, check out MeshRoom. It's really awesome.